Have you ever wondered what Christmas would be like if I were living among you today? What would I say about the way the world celebrates it? Has the true meaning of Christmas been lost in the hustle and bustle, the presents and lights? Today I want to talk to you about something you may never have thought about. What does it really mean to be born into the light? Isn't Christmas really an invitation to be born again? I'm going to share a message that could completely change the way you experience this season. Not as a tradition, but as a time to rediscover peace, forgiveness, and hope. Stay with me to the end, because there I'll reveal how each of you carries a gift that can change not only your life, but the world around you. When you think of Christmas, what comes to mind? Perhaps the hustle and bustle, the carefully wrapped gifts, or the twinkling lights that decorate the streets. But I ask you, does all this reflect what this celebration really means? Does Christmas still reflect what its true purpose should be? When I was born, there were no big parties. It was in the stillness of a quiet night, in the simplicity of a stable, that my presence brought hope to the world. Nothing was adorned with gold, and no great event marked that moment, except for the glow of a star that showed the way. In this simplicity there is a powerful message. The value of Christmas is in the essential, not in the superfluous. Today, I see that many people run after external things, believing that they can bring joy. But in reality, the spirit of Christmas is not in something you buy, but in something you feel and share. Every smile, every hug, every sincere word has more power to transform than any gift under the tree. The consumerism that surrounds Christmas often distracts from what really matters. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but what are you really looking for? Your true joy will not be found in something fleeting, but in what nourishes your soul and illuminates your heart. The essence of Christmas is not in what you do to impress, but in what you offer of yourself. It's about love, compassion, and generosity, values that transform the world around you. And therein lies the key to living a meaningful Christmas, rediscovering what's truly important and letting the brilliance of simple things shine through. When we understand the true meaning, something within us awakens, and that awakening leads us to an even deeper discovery of who we really are and what we carry within. In the silence of the night I was born, a star shone in the sky to guide those who sought hope. That star was not just a sign in the sky, it was a reminder of something much greater. That divine light dwells within each and every one of you. The same light that guided the shepherds and the wise men is the same light that shines within you, waiting to be recognized. But have you ever stopped to think about what it means to carry that light within you? Perhaps everyday life and life's challenges have made you forget who you really are. But know that you are not defined by the circumstances that surround you, nor by the mistakes you have made. Within you is a divine spark, an unchanging essence that nothing can extinguish. This light is the most precious gift the Father has given you. It doesn't depend on merit or effort. It's a gift you've received simply for existing. But like any gift, it must be accepted and cultivated. Every gesture of kindness, every choice of love, makes that light shine brighter, radiating peace and joy around you. Think of a time when you felt connected to the purest part of yourself. Perhaps it was helping someone without expecting anything in return, forgiving a mistake, or feeling gratitude for something simple. These moments are not coincidences. They are proof that this light is alive and active within you, waiting for more opportunities to manifest. And when you allow that light to shine, something extraordinary happens. It not only transforms your life, but also illuminates the paths of those around you. Just as one candle lights another without losing its glow, your light is capable of igniting hope in hearts that may be in darkness. So this Christmas, don't forget the true gift you can give to the world, your own light. Allow yourself to shine, not out of vanity, but as a reflection of the love that dwells within you. It's that glow that reminds us that the real Christmas happens first and foremost in the heart of each person. And it is this inner light that strengthens the bonds that bind us to others, revealing that the greatest treasure we have is not things, but the people who are by our side. Christmas has always been a time of togetherness, but it's easy to forget that in the hustle and bustle. Many hearts are so busy with preparations that they end up neglecting the most precious thing: people. Yet the bonds you form with those around you are the true gifts of this life, and Christmas is the perfect time to cherish them. In my time among you, I've seen how lives can be transformed by the power of human connection. From a mother's hug to the unexpected kindness of a stranger, every act of love has the power to heal invisible wounds. But sometimes these treasures are overlooked. How often have you left words unsaid or allowed small misunderstandings to create barriers? Christmas is an invitation to look beyond these differences and remember that deep down, everyone is looking for the same things: understanding, acceptance, and love. It's a time to forgive, to reconnect, and to express what is often kept inside. Tell the people you care about how special they are. A simple gesture can change not only their day, but yours as well. And if you think some relationships seem irreparable, remember that love has the power to overcome even the greatest distances. Sometimes it's not about going back to the way things were, but finding a new way to connect. It takes courage, but it also offers a freedom few know: the peace of knowing you have done your part. When you celebrate Christmas, how about exchanging more than gifts? Exchange sincere looks, words of affection, and gestures of compassion. That is the true spirit of the season. It doesn't matter if the feast is big or small, if there's a lot or a little on the table. What matters is who is by your side and how you choose to be truly present with an open heart. When you choose to value people, something inside you changes. And that shift is the first step in facing the emotional challenges that many feel this time of year, but don't know how to deal with. For many, Christmas is a time of celebration and joy. But for others, it can be a time of loneliness and anxiety. Maybe you're feeling the weight of expectations or facing the absence of a loved one. I want you to know that these feelings are understandable, and most importantly, that they don't diminish your worth. It's easy to feel disconnected in a world that seems to be celebrating all the time. But even in moments of silence and loneliness, there is a profound truth. You are never truly alone. There is a loving presence always walking beside you, even when you don't realize it. This love is closer than the air you breathe. Sometimes fear arises because you try to carry everything yourself. So many worries, responsibilities, and memories pile up that your heart can't handle it. But I want to tell you, you don't have to carry it all alone. Trust. Turn these burdens over to the Father and allow yourself to rest in the assurance that you are cared for. If loneliness visits you at this time, remember that the love you are missing can be found in the simple act of giving. Find someone who also needs comfort and reach out to them. A small gesture, such as a smile or a kind word, can make all the difference to both the recipient and the giver. This Christmas, let fear and loneliness find a new response within you. Instead of fighting these feelings, acknowledge them and choose to fill them with the love that has always been there, waiting to be noticed. When you do this, you realize that even the most difficult moments can be transformed into learning and hope. This hope is what leads us to true forgiveness, because often what keeps us apart from others is connected to what we haven't let go of in ourselves. Have you ever noticed how guilt and resentment can weigh you down, even if you don't realize it? They are like invisible chains that hinder your journey and take away the ease that could be part of your daily life. Christmas is an invitation to leave these burdens behind and experience the freedom that only forgiveness can bring. Guilt often comes from believing that you should have done something differently, that you have let someone or yourself down. But I tell you, the past can't be changed, but it can be transformed. Acknowledge what happened, learn from it, and free yourself from the need to punish yourself. The Father doesn't keep a list of your mistakes. He only expects you to grow from them. In the same way, resentment may seem like a shield, but it's actually a barrier that prevents you from feeling peace. Holding a grudge doesn't change what happened, but it can poison the present and darken the future. Forgiveness is not about justifying what has been done, but about freeing your heart to love fully again. Imagine the relief of letting go of these burdens, of making room for something new inside of you. When you allow yourself to forgive, both yourself and others, a sense of relief takes over your being. It's as if a fresh wind is blowing, carrying away everything that no longer belongs to you. This Christmas, I invite you to give yourself this gift. Let go. Let go of guilt, let go of resentment, and choose to live with a light and open heart. It's not an easy process, but it is a path that leads to true peace. And as that peace begins to blossom in your heart, it spreads to the world around you, showing that love is stronger than any wound. And it is this love that allows you to look beyond your pain and reach out to a world that so desperately needs it. When you look at the world, it's easy to see how divided we are. Conflict, prejudice, and inequality seem to increase every day, and many believe there is no solution. But I want you to know that there is something that can change the course of things, and that power is closer to you than you think. Love, the kind that comes from your purest essence, is the answer to the divisions we see around us. I'm not talking about a temporary or conditioned feeling, but a daily choice to act with compassion, understanding, and respect. This love doesn't depend on grand gestures, but on small attitudes such as listening attentively, helping without expecting anything in return, or simply treating everyone with dignity. You may think that your individual actions are too small to make a difference, but every act of love, no matter how small it may seem, has an effect that is multiplied. A kind word can soothe a troubled heart. A gesture of solidarity can inspire another, creating a chain that transforms not only lives, but entire communities. A divided world is not healed by more divisions, but by bridges. And you can build those bridges when you choose to act with love, even in difficult situations. When you forgive, understand, and act with kindness, you plant the seeds of a better future. That's the power of love. It begins with you, but it never ends with you. This Christmas, think about how your choices can be a reflection of the love that lives within you. Ask yourself, how can I spread more kindness? How can I be a channel of unity? These answers will not only empower those around you, but will also open ways for you to find a deeper inner peace. This inner peace is the foundation for something even more transformative, connecting with what is eternal and divine within you. Often you may believe that happiness depends on something external, a perfect relationship, an ideal job, or a standard of living you haven't yet achieved. But I want you to know that true joy does not come from what is outside, but from what is already within. As you seek the kingdom of heaven, you will discover that the peace and fulfillment you seek have always been within your reach. The kingdom of heaven is not a distant or inaccessible place, it is a state of consciousness. It is living in harmony with the principles of love, truth, and compassion. And this kingdom begins to manifest in your life when you choose to look at yourself honestly, recognize what needs to be healed, and trust in the divine power that guides everything. This transformation doesn't happen from the outside in, but from the inside out. When you change the way you think, feel, and act, the world around you changes. Imagine the effect of replacing thoughts of fear and scarcity with trust and gratitude. It's like opening a window in a dark room and letting the light in. Seeking the kingdom of heaven doesn't mean giving up on life's challenges, but facing them with a new perspective. It means trusting that even in the midst of difficulties, there is a greater power working for your good. And by aligning yourself with that power, you can find solutions where you once saw only obstacles, and hope where there seemed to be no way out. This Christmas, I invite you to make that inner search. Ask yourself, how can I bring more love into what I do? How can I live more authentically? When you prioritize this connection with the divine that dwells within you, changes begin to happen. And this transformation, however quiet, is what paves the way for a rebirth of hope, not only in your life, but in the world around you. And it is this rebirth that gives meaning to Christmas, renewing the certainty that there is always a new opportunity to begin. Today, I want to speak to your heart about what it means to be born again. Christmas is not only a celebration of my birth on earth, but an invitation for each of you to experience rebirth within yourself. Rebirth means letting go of everything that weighs you down, hurts you, limits you. It means making room for something new to blossom. Just as a child is born full of purity and possibility, you too are called to be reborn in hope, love, and faith. What is hope? It is the certainty that even in the darkest of nights, there is a light that never goes out. That light is within you. When the world seems dark, remember that hope is like a star. It shines to guide you, even when the clouds try to hide it. Christmas is a time to look around and see the beauty in small gestures of kindness and love. It's a time to remember that no matter how challenging your journey, you are never alone. If there's one thing I carry with me, it's the deep certainty that love conquers all. So let this Christmas be an opportunity for you to believe in love again, to forgive those who need forgiving, and most of all, to look at yourself with compassion. To be reborn is to choose to live with purpose, with gratitude, and with an open heart for what God has prepared for you. I bless you with a loving invitation. May this Christmas be a milestone in your life, a new beginning full of hope. May love go with you and illuminate your every step. Remember, the peace you seek is there, waiting to be rediscovered. May your Christmas be happy and blessed, and may you be with God,